Welcome back to the show. About to talk entertainment now, and I have a guest here who is someone you definitely know. You've heard his name a lot. Maybe you don't know what he looks like, but you're about to find out because he's in a very interesting transition. It's Young John. Producer, artist, what are you now?
Both. I'm Young John. I'm just.
You're no more the wicked producer. Did you take that out, the name?
No, I didn't take it out. It's part of who I am. That's me. You know, I'm just doing this now, but that's me still. You know.
Yeah. Fresh off performing on stage for the whole of the continent last week. But before we get into the transition, how did music start?
Well,
the music business for you?
Okay, well, I'll say it started like way back from when I was really young, because like my dad is a pastor. I grew up in the church environment.
Always the usual. Church too.
Yes, I always used to play the keyboard, the drums, all of that. So like music started really early for me. I just didn't know it would turn out to be this, but like music started really, really early for me.
Yeah. So were you playing in church?
Well, yeah, I used to like. I always wanted to, you know, we had instrumentalists and stuff, but I was always around them, learning. And sometimes when they are not around, I play. But yeah, I played in the church a lot of times too. You know, the drums, keyboards, almost a bit of everything.
Yeah. So when did you take it seriously? When did you start taking it seriously?
Okay, so I took music seriously when around I don't really know what year particularly, but like it was really, really way back, like in like 2011, 2010. You know, like even way before then I was making beats and all, but like I wanted to play football. You know.
Oh, wow.
I wanted to play football. In my mind I was going to be a footballer, but like somehow I found myself in the studio, and that's it.
Yeah. That somehow is very important to me.
Yeah.
What was the first memory of you being in the studio?
Okay, so like basically, even while I was playing football, I used to rap with my brothers. You know, we used to in school, secondary school, we rap and stuff. We had like a rap group. We all rap. So I was curious to how like music and instrumentals were made. So I asked one of my guys, and one of my guys introduced me to Fruity Loops. So I started using Fruity Loops, and I was the guy that was making beats for everybody.
Yeah.
Like this guy wants to rap, he'll be like, go and meet John. John, I can do, you know. So like that. I saw myself just going deeper and deeper unconsciously. While still in my mind, I was still doing my football thing, but like I was unconsciously going deeper into like music, producing, and all of that, you know. So that was it. Then when we got to school, I really didn't. I stopped because before I went to school, I used to always go to training and all of that. But then when I got to school, I stopped going to training. Then I met one guy. The guy was like, "Let's go to the studio. We're going to go to Lagos. We're going to go to the studio." Then I found myself in the studio. Then I stopped going to training. Then, you know, that was just it. Then
the switch up happened.
Yeah.
When will you say you had that song that's probably made you, you know, this Young John, the wicked producer? Or which artist?
I would say that was my first mainstream, like in quotes, mainstream production. That was Story for the Gods by Olamide. That was way back in 2014. You know, that was my first mainstream. Like it went, like it was everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How did you meet him?
Okay, so there's this studio when I came to Lagos in around 2012, 11, thereabout. There's this studio I used to work. It's Factory Studios. I basically used to live in the studio, sleep, wake, everything, eat to the studio. We're a lot in the studio, you know, just working and stuff. So Olamide used to come there with Fuse to come and record. We were recording this project back then, the First of All project, the YBNL project.
Yeah.
You know, so I was there when they recorded YBNL project, Baddest Guy Ever Lived. I was just always around the corner, you know, relating with everybody, like, because Fuse was my guy. I always used to come to the studio, you know. So that was basically, but we never really did anything major till Story for the Gods. So.
Yeah. Awesome stuff, man. Did you ever have like a contract with YBNL? Because it seemed like that. Were you a YBNL guy, or did you just produce for them?
Like YBNL is like, it's family to me. How do I explain? You know, like I said, I was always in the studio. Then we started working. Then it just kind of became like a family thing. So we never really put like pen to paper. There was nothing contractual. Yeah. It was a family thing. I was so into YBNL, and I feel like they also did a lot for me. You know, like it was because I produced so many songs, and because of that, I'm where I am today.
Yeah.
You understand? So like, I don't know how to explain. It was just a growth thing. We just kind of like, it just kind of worked. It just kind of clicked, and then
It's okay from there.
Yeah.
What do you think of producers and how they are sort of seen or paid in the industry? Because I hear a lot of complaints.
Well, I always tell everybody that this thing is not just a producer thing. It's life. How you carry yourself is how you be. You know, and I understand the fact that it's not easy for producers when you're trying to get placements, because you always need placements. You want to be this, you want to produce this. But like, I feel like the value you put on yourself is the value people are going to put on you, regardless of if you're a producer or an artist or an actor or whatever it is. You know, because like, I mean, a couple of producers make good money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying, I understand the fact, I know that like producers don't get that recognition yet. But I feel like even still, there's a kind of value you put on yourself, put on your work, and that value is what people will see. So me as a producer, when I was so into it, I really used to put value on my work, like, because I know how much work I used to put in. So in my head, I'm like, if I'm putting so much work in, there has to be value for this, you know.
Yeah.
So
how do you fix that though? Because I feel like it still happens.
yeah, it still happens, but like, I feel like it's a journey, you know, it's in steps, you know. When you really want something, you do anything to have it, you know. Then probably when you have it, you realize that, okay, you need to level up, you know. So like, I feel like everybody just needs to go through their journey, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not only in production it happens. I think even in music, even in
Writing, everything.
You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How old were you when you wrote, when you produced Story for the Gods?
I think I was about 18.
Yeah, because I know it was a big talking point back then. Like,
Yeah, I
who's
think I
this
was
young guy that
18
came
or
out of
19.
nowhere?
Yeah.
Then you produced for a while. Remember, eventually every hit song then had your name at the start.
Yeah.
And it seems like you went quiet for a bit. What happened?
So what happened is, like, you know, like I said before, I think at like different points in life, we all want different things. You know, so like...
Were you unhappy?
I won't say I was unhappy, but I mean, we can't always be happy at every time. I feel like there are unhappy moments. You definitely have your unhappy moments too.
Yeah.
So so like, I feel like at some point, I really don't know, but like at some point, I just wanted different things. It's normal. Like, you know, like growing a lot of this, putting all your effort into this, then mentally you just want to be involved in love. Because I started really young, so I feel like I sacrificed so many things.
Yeah.
I didn't get to like enjoy, I don't know if I use the word enjoy, but I didn't get to involve myself in so many things that my mates, you know,
were doing.
So like, I was hanging out more with people way older than me. So like, I really missed out on all of that. So when it got to a point, I was trying to like, unconsciously, you know, just trying to like balance it out, like focus on other things of life, family, you know, school. So like, so I felt like at that moment, the momentum kind of threw, So.
Did you stop completely?
No, I didn't stop completely, but like, I was just, at some point, I was just like, not really into giving so much of my energy out.
Into
you know?
producing.
Yeah, you know, like as a producer, I feel like you always have to be here, you always have to be there, you always have to be at the beck and call of artists. But at some point, I was just not really that, you know, I was just in my own zone, working with just people really, really close to me, like Olamide, Lil Kesh. Yeah.
It's very interesting that you talk about that, because the unhappiness question came to me because of a tweet I think you put out some time ago, and it's not very often that we see people talk about you know anything in regards to mental health. You talked about anxiety and how you're a shy guy and it affects you. Can you talk a little more about that and what it means now that you're no longer even behind the scenes and you have to consciously put yourself out more?
Yeah, so I always used to be like really, really shy. Like really, really, really shy. At first, like being young, I thought it was like a normal thing, but like, then my mom is a psychologist, you know, she studied, like she's a psychologist. I always used to see her like talking to people, like she's a proper psychologist. So I think she knew early that it was just more than being shy, you know, so because she always used to like be with me, tell me this, how to relate with people and all of that kind of stuff, you know. So like along the line, I think I was getting better. You know, but then even growing up, I thought it was like, but it started getting worse at some point. You know, where I really find it hard to like be in gatherings. So there's so many people here, I'd rather pass through the back door. You know, all of that. So like, I feel like, to some extent, like it made me deprive myself of a lot of things, you know, like because I didn't want to be in some certain places. I didn't want to. I didn't have courage to do some certain things and all of that.
Yeah.
But like I always say, I believe everything works together for good still.
So how did you get over it? Did you have to go through therapy? Did your mom have to help you?
Yeah. My mom helped me a lot before. Oh yeah, she helped me a lot with anxiety. Trust me. Like anytime I'm feeling some type of way, I call her. She give me questionnaires. She has like psychology questionnaires. She give me questionnaires to fill. I don't know how she always does it. Then she'll calculate something and say, "Oh, this is how you're feeling right now. You probably need to take a break. You probably need to do this." All of that kind of stuff. And I just also kind of self-talk myself because like I have big dreams, and I just realized that I'm like, if you keep going like this, you won't get where you want to go. So you have to just snap out of it. So.
I think it's very important that you talked about that honestly on social media, and because I wonder a lot about artists here and people in entertainment generally. A lot of us know these people as friends outside of the industry and know people go through things. And I wonder, do you ever talk to your colleagues to say, you might be going through something? Because sometimes pressure is another thing. People constantly trying to keep up. And it messes with their head sometimes. Do you have those kind of conversations one-on-one?
Now the problem is like, I feel like we're in the kind of society where like, it's really hard to talk about these things. No matter how close you are with your guy, there's some things you just, I don't know. I don't know why, but it's just like a norm in the society now where we can't just talk about, or we just feel like, maybe we don't want to seem as weak or, so most times people keep it to themselves and then it like messes up the whole, I don't know, but it's really hard to have these conversations. How
are you doing now with the anxiety? Is it still a constant sort of?
I would say like I'm way better now because like I'm way better, but sometimes it's still like just it's like
it still jumps out.
It still jumps out, sometimes moments of like being unsure about things on Saturday. A lot of moments like pop out like that where I just have to self-talk myself and be like, yeah, you can do this, just So, but like I'm getting better.
Good to hear, man. Let's talk about this transition now that's going on because a lot of producers are starting to do this, and for a lot of us watching, it's like maybe they don't feel like they're making enough money as producers. So let's start segueing into doing music. SARS, Fields, you are now doing it as well. Is money the real reason?
Well, for me, money is not the primary reason. Do you know what I mean? Like obviously, as an artist, you make more money than being a producer. Obviously, yeah. But that is not my primary reason, Like I said, even before I started producing, I was always rapping with my guys. This is something I was always doing. I just kind of just put it on the side unconsciously because I found myself majorly like being a producer, But like to me, it was like where at the point where like I stopped connecting with people, I just wanted to be in my own space and all of that. I started making more of my own music. Because, when I was like really into producing for people, I kind of just put that aside. But when I was just in my own space by myself, or just me and family, or just me and my like guys, I started creating more of my own music, because I started spending time with myself, having time to create my music. And I realized I started enjoying it all over again, like I was like, oh, this is not bad, like it just kind of started like all over again, So I was like, why not, I love challenges, so I like to like take on new things.
You prefer that to just producing now?
Yeah, I enjoy why have a gift when you can make use of it? I'd rather like give it a try, see how it is,
When did this transition happen? Was it like this year, last year? How many years ago did you say, you know what, let me
I don't really have a time
explore this artist side of me?
It just gradually happened, when I started recording music. At a point, I never used to play my music for anybody,
So you just had all these jams?
I just had songs on my phone, you understand? Then later, gradually, some artists I used to work with, I'll play for them. I'll give some of them some, they will record. Gradually, I started playing for more people. They were like, just making sense. So it was like a gradual thing, till last year, I got signed to Chocolate City because they heard my music and they wanted us to work. Then at some point, I was like, gee, is this what you want to do? But later at some point, I was like, yeah, why not? Why not just jump into it,
Has it been easier or tougher than you thought?
It's best of both worlds. I mean, it's sweet. It's a sweet journey, can't lie. But like the journey is not easy either. Like, but I don't think anything comes easy. So I love a challenge. Like, I'm that kind of person. I love challenges, like, because I believe somehow I will scale through.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Why did you need a record label? Record labels, I'm not saying they're bad, but you have a lot of people who say now, well, why do I need one? A lot of indie artists exist out
well,
there.
for me, like, it was a whole new journey, you know, like that I didn't feel I could do on my own. Like, if I really wanted to do it the way I wanted to do it, I just felt like I can't do it on my own. And when the whole everything happened with Chocolate City, I was like, why not? You know, like, I mean, probably if it didn't happen, I'll just, but like it happened, and I was like, okay, I always know that, like, where I want to take this to, the level I want to take this to, like, I don't feel doing it on my own could take it to that level, you know. So when it all happened, I was like, okay, yeah, probably everything is happening together for good.
Yeah. Do you have a body of work coming? What should we expect?
I have a lot of bodies of work.
What's coming this year?
Well, this year, like, after my EP that just dropped,
Yeah.
Love Is Not Enough, Dada, Normally, I have like a lot of songs recorded that I'm still like trying to churn out, you know, and hopefully there's another project on the way, you know. But even besides that, I have a lot of records that I'm definitely excited to share with the world, and I hope and I believe, you know, they're gonna like embrace.
I mean, based on the ones you've dropped already, I think we're all waiting and excited for you. So well done, man. Finally, before we go, I mean, you were, like I said, you were on the stage of Big Brother performing, and I remember girls wanted to tear their hair out. What's up with your relationship life? Because as an artist now, it gets even harder, right?
Yeah, but like from time, I've never really been a commitment guy like that. I'm not saying it to sound corny or to sound, but like I just really don't feel like I'm like, you know, when you're in a relationship with someone, if you're in an actual relationship with someone, it's like you're sharing so much of yourself, not just, you know, giving that person like a part of you, being responsible for a part of that person also. And I don't think I'm ready for that commitment. I feel like
So there's nobody or there's people?
Huh?
Which of them?
Well, like, how do I explain this? Okay, so like, when I say people, I'm not saying people like, I'm not saying I'm a O, or I'm not saying I'm a fornicator, you know. But like, I just believe that my own ideology, I feel like at this point, I'm open to like, or I'm more open to like having, rather than committing to one person, I'm more open to like having like a
crew of people.
You know, where like I'm being honest, you know, when I'm like, you know, like, cause I like women. Everybody likes women, except we all want to deceive ourselves. Like, I'll see a fine girl today, she's fine. I'll see another one tomorrow. I cannot deny that this one is fine. I will only be lying to you if I'm telling you that, oh, I love you, and you are the finest in the world, and there's nobody finer than you, and you are this, it's a lie, you know what I'm saying? So probably one day, I don't know, maybe probably.
Okay, so for now, you're saying basically there's people.
Yeah, for now.
For different reasons.
For now, yeah, I just feel like, you know, different people make you feel different type of ways. Yeah, so like, there are some people that make you feel like this, that make, so like, depends on, you know, and I feel, I'm also like that to a lot of people. Like, sometimes when you need to talk, you could call me this. Doesn't mean this person can't call me when she needs to talk or when she's going to, you know, like, I mean.
Do these people know each other?
Some actually know each other. I mean, it's a big word. I feel like that's why we're in the world, to spread love, you know. It would be selfish to take all of this love and give to one person, you know.
Girl. Interesting. I mean, I can't knock it. Whatever works for you, and it's interesting that they know each other, and you know, everybody gets what they can from you, like, and you give what you can to everybody.
Yeah, rather than.
How many are they? 3, 2. You're talking to your guy. Just tell me.
Oh, I know. Yeah, but I mean, there's a couple, and like, I mean, everybody's good. Like, I mean.
And there's room for more.
There's room for more. Can't lie, honestly. Like, cause I mean, that's life. Like, I feel like if I meet somebody today and I feed off the vibe, and the vibe is right, and we're like, the energy is right, you know, like, you don't know what you and this person will come out of this tomorrow. So why just put that aside? Because, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at the same time, I always like to be open with everybody, because, like, okay, tomorrow now I definitely know I'm not getting married to anybody soon. Tomorrow you might meet the love of your life. So it won't be as if Jiggy boy, you said that Jiggy boy, you said, you know what I'm saying?
Or you get married to all.
You know.
Thank you very much, Young John. Looking forward to all the great things you're doing. I'm a huge fan.
Thank you. I'm a
You're
fan
definitely
too.
killing it. You killed it as a producer, killing it as an artist.
Thank you.
I wonder what's next. Maybe one day we'll see you inside a movie.
I've actually done a movie before.
Oh, I said it. Not comedy.
I don't
That
think
one
I'm
is still
funny.
far. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
We'll take a break now and we'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Yeah.